Oh, hi. Sorry, I was daydreaming about being on vacation. Hi, I'm Peggy Airheart. I am the RN Diabetes Coordinator at the Eufaula Indian Health Clinic, Muskogee Creek Nation in Eufaula, Oklahoma. Today, I want to talk to you about my absolute favorite subject, which is going on vacation, something I absolutely love to do, whether it's a day trip to OKC or a weekend trip to see family, or maybe a longer trip that I've been waiting for a long time. I just throw things in the car and I get on the road. But if my husband's going with me, everything changes just a little bit. You see, my husband has type 2 diabetes and he requires multiple insulin injections every day. So we have to do a little more planning when he's coming along. So I wanted to talk to you today about how to care for yourself and your diabetes when you're traveling. So before you go, if you're going on a planned vacation where you're going to be gone a week or more, visit your doctor about a month before you are leaving on vacation for several reasons. Get a checkup and make sure you're healthy. Make sure you don't need anything or have any changes that need to be implemented before you go. Get med refills. And if you're going to be gone a long time, talk to the doc about how you can talk to the doc or the pharmacist about how you can get your medications while you're gone. Check on vaccines. Let them know where you're planning on going and see if any vaccines are required for that area. But also check on any vaccines that you might have due. You want to get any vaccines at least 2 or 3 weeks before you go on vacation to give them time to take effect. If you're going on a big trip where you'll be on an airplane, a boat, a train, anything like that, ask your doctor for a letter stating that you have diabetes and what supplies you're going to need on the trip. It can make things a lot easier. So what to pack? Number one, make a list. It's the easiest way to make sure you have everything. If you're taking medicines, oral medicines and injectables, take twice as much as you need. So if you're going on a trip and you need 1 insulin pen, take 2. So when it comes to insulin, if you need help figuring out how much to take, call your local clinic. There's usually 300 units in a pen. That could be different judging on what you have, but it's also listed on your pen. But if you can't quite figure out how many to take along, please give one of our clinics a call and we can help you with that. You want to make sure you have plenty of syringes or pen needles. You'll need some type of container to dispose of sharps. That can be a plastic bottle, just something that you can keep. You're also, if you're going to be traveling anywhere, you're also going to want to have a cold gel pack. I have this one that I carry with me. This is a fridge on the go. You can just go online and look up portable insulin coolers. This one flattens out and you put it straight in the freezer. When you're ready, you pull it out. You put your insulin in this little bag. Put your insulin inside. It's going to keep it cold. So it's for that unused insulin that needs to stay cold. Your blood glucose meter. Make sure that you have test strips, lancets, and an extra battery. Make sure that you have everything you can in your little pouch and keep that with you. If you wear a continuous glucose monitor or CGM, make sure that you bring what you need, but also have a backup sensor. You never know when you might have a glitch or a problem. You also want to make sure you have your reader with the charger. You don't want that going dead on you. If you have an insulin pump and you use one of those, you want to have all your supplies. Infusion set, insulin cartridge, extra batteries. Also, it never hurts to have some juice or glucose tablets with you in case of hypoglycemia management. And a little bit of snacks never hurts. I'm a big snacker, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. So, at the airport, say you're going on a plane, you are exempt from the 3-ounce liquid rule for medicines, water, juice, or gel packs. So now, a small container of water, juice, anything like that, you can take with you, but it's a good idea to have that letter with you stating what you need. If you have a CGM or an insulin pump, know that they can be damaged by the x-ray machine. So you're going to want to ask for a hand inspection before you get into that screening area. Again, snacks for the plane. You never know what you're going to have on the plane or if they're even going to have snacks available. So bring a few things with you. Little packets of nuts or seeds, veggies or dip, sandwiches that you can buy at the airport. They do cost a little more, but they would be good to have on the plane. If you're traveling on the road, an ice chest for food, drinks, and insulin. Now, we put my husband's insulin in a container so that it's not sitting directly on the ice. I put a little cup towel down in the container. I put his insulin in there, just like this. Now, I also put his pin needles so that I know where they are. And so that my snacks don't get crushed, I put them in there as well. Then you can just put the lid on, and that keeps any water or moisture out. Set it at the top of the cooler, on top of the ice, and check it periodically to make sure it's doing okay. I don't put the juice in here because I don't want my crackers all crunched up. If you're on a ship, you've gone on a cruise, finally, you're getting on board, ask your room steward for a sharps container. They have these little ones that they can bring in the room for you to throw things away. All right, there's going to be a lot of food and a lot of drink available. Indulge wisely. Moderation is the key. Always know where the medical center is. Whether you have diabetes or not, you never know what's going to happen. You could get cut on the beach. Something could happen that you need that medical center. Physically go down there and find it when you don't need it so that you can find it when you do. Be aware of alcohol. Too many high-carb drinks can make your sugar spike. Alcohol can also lower your blood sugar, and the effects can last up to 24 hours. So you're going to want to test your blood sugar more often, even after you finish drinking. But don't drink alcohol on an empty stomach. All right, so let's say we've gone to the beach. Keep those meds and supplies cool. If it's warm enough outside for a swimsuit, it's too hot for your insulin. Keep that insulin cool, but not frozen. Freezing kills insulin as well as heat does. Keep those devices out of the sun in a cool place. Don't go barefoot, even on the beach. Always wear sandals or water shoes when walking on the beach or the lake or the ocean. Check your feet when you get out. When you get back from the beach, make sure that you haven't stepped on something, you don't have any cuts, and clean those feet off well. Let's say we're going camping out in the wild or out in the woods. Store your insulin properly and take care of those dirty hands. So one of the ways you can do that is with just a packet of wet wipes. Just a small packet to wipe those hands off really well. You can also use hand sanitizer, but if you use hand sanitizer, then wipe that off with the wipes because sometimes the hand sanitizer, the alcohol in it, can interfere with the with your reading on your strips. Hang on one second. So let's say we're there. We're all ready to go. Make sure you do clean your hands as well as possible when you're in the wild. But let's say now we're there. So what are some of the things we can do once we get there? Set an alarm to remind you to take your meds, especially if you're traveling across time zones, because that can throw everything off. You just don't remember because it's a different time than what your body says it is. Your blood sugar might be at a target range at first, but your body should adjust in a few days. Enjoy the food, but try not to overindulge. It is a vacation, but you do still want to take care of yourself. Avoid those giant buffets. It's harder to limit portions when the options seem endless. If you're not very active at home, don't overdo on vacation. If you don't walk half a block at home, don't think you're going to do a 5-mile hike. Just take it in moderation. To be aware that high temperatures can change how your body uses insulin, you might need to test your sugars more often. And stay well hydrated. Water is the best option. It can be your very best friend. Again, be aware of alcohol. Too many high carb drinks can make your sugars spike. But above all, enjoy yourself. So in conclusion, Be prepared, stay safe, but most importantly, have fun. If there were some questions I didn't answer today that you might have, for more information, you can go to the CDC website, diabetes forecast, or simply type into your search engine, traveling with diabetes. Thank you so much for joining me today, but if you'll excuse me, I have a pretend vacation to get back to. Oh, and don't forget your mask.